I will import my image plane first. So let's go to front view, press Shift and V, go to back and select the image and increase the transparency. Now I will add a cylinder and move it like that, and I will scale it to match my shape. Okay, now let's increase the segments, rotation segments. Let's give it something like 36 is good enough. Not very low, but not very high. And also I am looking at that edge to match it, the shape. So I think we are good to go. Then I will first turn off caps, then make it editable, press C, and I will delete that half because I will use symmetry. Then right click, I will select line cut, disable visible only, so I can cut the other side of the object. Then I will enable single line, and I will make these cuts. Now I will select these points and I will delete them. So this is gonna delete these polygons. So now I need to connect that point. Also that one too. I will also add these loop cuts. So these loop cuts are gonna hold that shape. Now I will switch edge mode, double click. Double click will select all the outer edges. So I will select that one, that edge first, then press Ctrl Shift, then select that edge. Then I will select that one, press Ctrl Shift, and select that one. I will not select these two edges. But first let me select Stitch and Sew, press Shift, and connect these points. Or actually, let's like these ones. No. Yeah, now it worked. Now I will right click, select loop cut, press Shift, and make a cut right in the middle. Then I will select right click breach and close that gap. And I can at that point select slides, press Ctrl and move it to the next point. Now let's try to make the bottom part. But first let's go to the front view, press Shift and V and change the offset. Like that. Actually no, sorry. Let's go to right view, press Shift and V and load the same image. And change the offset. Like that. Let's move these points where the curve starts. Now I will add a disk. This is gonna be our reference for the shape. Something like that, but let's decrease the segments to 8. Or actually, let's make it 12. It's gonna be a safer move. Then I will select these edges. Then I will press Ctrl and extrude them. Then I will rotate them to mesh the disk. Okay, now I need to connect these ones. This time let's try something different. Select polygon pen and weld these points. Then right click, close polygon hole. Right click, line cut, and connect these points. But I will also need a loop cut to hold that edge like that one. Okay, let's put that object into symmetry. Press Alt, select symmetry. And let's put that symmetry into subdivision surface. Press Alt, subdivision surface. So first thing, we need supporting edges. So let's first select these edges. Then right click, select bevel. But I will change my bevel mode to solid. Yeah, something like that. So it looks like I need to fix here. Let's select these points. And as you can see, it says we have 2 points. So right click, weld. And I think all of these points needs to be welded. So select them all. Select optimize. This is gonna automatically delete the duplicated points. Now we can move on. Right click, bevel. Let's change it to solid. I need to bevel, weld these points. Select slide, press Ctrl and weld. Okay, let's press Q to see the result. Perfect. Let's try to make the top part. First, let's move them down. Then I will press Ctrl and extrude. We have a little bevel here, so let's try to make that. Press T, go to modeling axis. I want to scale them from the center, so I will move my X axis to the center, minus 100%, then I will scale them. Then press Ctrl, scale, and let's press U and C, or you can right click, select collapse. Then I will set that point's position to 0 on the X axis. And also we need another supporting edges like here. Double click on that edge, right click, select slide, press Ctrl. And I can get rid of that disk. Now I will double click on that edge loop, right click, slide, press Ctrl. And switch to polygon mode, select these polygons. And slide, I will slightly move them to see if that polygons meshed shape. So it looks like no, so I need to slide them a little. Here. Now let's try. Now a little more. Okay, that's enough. Now I will select these polygons, press Ctrl and move on the y-axis. But before that, when I do that, as you can see, it created polygons. You can actually get rid of that. Go to symmetry and enable these options. This is gonna delete these center polygons automatically, like that. Now I will right click, split, then go to the first object and delete. And symmetry needs single group or object to work. So let's select them all, press Alt and G. Now I will select these objects, actually these polygons, right click, extrude, or you can do that by pressing Ctrl. So it looks like I need to offset my image plane, press Shift and V, but make sure you are on the front view and change the offset. Like that. And now let's right click, select line cut, press Shift, actually first make a cut, then press Shift, then click on that edge, then click on that point one more time and cut here, then press Shift and make the last cut. And actually we can delete these top polygons, and I need to connect that one. So sometimes your cut won't work. So in that case, just make a cut like that, then connect them. Okay, now I will select these polygons. And delete. Now I will select these edges, except the center ones. Then right click, stitch and sew, press Shift and connect. And same thing, a loop cut right in the middle, then connect these points. This time I will make the supporting edges with the slide tool. Select slide, press Ctrl and slide inside. Then select these edges one more time. But this time I will slide them like that. Let's press Q. Perfect, except the part that edge shouldn't be that soft. To fix that, we can create new cuts, but let me first turn off the visible only off, only enable actually. Then I will move on and make another cut here. Then select these edges and dissolve. Now let's see. And I will slightly move these points. Yeah, that's lots better. Okay, now let's try to make that metal part. First, let's create a cube and move it here. Then change the scale, mesh the shape. Then let's go to the right view. And if you can see that our image planes don't match. Like here I am at the top, but here not. So this is a general problem with image planes. So you need to pick one of them as your main image plane. And this time I will select that image plane because the bevels are visible here. Okay, now let's enable display with lines. Go to cube and I will give some segments, and I don't think we need Y segments. This is gonna be enough. Then I will make it editable, and let's first delete that half, then that one. Select that edge, right click, bevel. I think we need 2 subdivisions like that. Then I will select that polygon. But before making any extrusions, let's put that cube in symmetry. press out, select symmetry, then select that symmetry and make another symmetry, but change the mirror plane. Okay, now I will select symmetry objects and enable these options. Then I will make the extrude. Now let's select extrude inner. That looks enough, and I will also solo my object. And I don't think we need that polygon. Also do the bottom polygon. Now I want to duplicate that polygon. So to do that, I will right click, select mirror, and let's try. So it's the wrong way. Let's change it to X and Z. So now that works. First, I will move these points. Actually, before that, let's just get rid of that polygon. Now I will move my point. Now I will select these edges, press Ctrl and move. I will also scale them to 0, like that. Then I will add a loop cut here so I can connect these edges with the bridge tool. Now let's also connect these points. Also that one. Now all the polygons are quads. But I will also need another loop cut to hold the shape. Like here. And here, also here. Now I will select these inside polygons. Press Ctrl and move. Then I will select inner extrude. Now let's put that symmetry in subdivision surface to see the result. The first thing, it looks like we need additional loop cuts, supporting edges. So let's do that with the slide tool. First, double click on that edge loop. Then select slide, press Ctrl and slide. And I think we will need for the inside too. So double click one more time, press Ctrl and slide. Let's press Q. Pretty good, but I will add another loop cut here. So this is gonna make here a little bit sharper. And also let's another one here. Now let's try to make that inside shape. First I will turn the visibility of that cube. Then I will create a disk. Rotate it. And scale. Then I will change the segments to 8. 8 is enough. Then I will duplicate it, press Ctrl and move. Then I will select 2 of them. Then connect objects and delete. And I won't need these points. Then I will select these edges, right click, and 0, but press shift. This is gonna bridge these edges. Then I will add my supporting edges here and here. Then I will select all, right click, extrude inner, then press Ctrl and extrude inside. Then one more time, and another extrude inner. Then I will grow my selection. You can do that by pressing U and Y. or you can press V, select, and select gross selection. Then I will right click, split, press Ctrl, and extrude that splitted object. And I think we will need another supporting path. So let's edit. Okay, now I will select the first disk object, double click on the outer edges, right click, extrude. So if your extrude is like that, press shift, then drag your mouse. This is gonna change the rotation of the extrude. Like 90 degrees is good. Then I will select these points and scale them on the y-axis to 0. Press shift to snap the degrees. Then let's select these points, do the same thing. Okay, let's make them one object, one group, select them and press Alt and G. And let's put it under subdivision surface. Okay, now I will duplicate that group, but to make a good cloner, I need to know the exact length of that object actually between these 2 points. But first let me make a quick duplicate. So it looks like I need to scale these points on the z-axis, but not much. Duplicate it. Yeah, this is closer. Now I will go to tools, guide and measure and construction, and put my first point here. Then move the last one to the last point, and I will also enable snap. So this is my length. I will copy that, Ctrl C, then I will select my group, press Alt and select cloner, but I want to clone linearly, so select linear, and I want to clone on the z-axis, and I know the exact length. If you didn't copy the length, you can go back, measure and construction, and Ctrl C, go to cloner and paste the length on the z-axis. Now I will need 8 copies. Then I will put that cloner into connect object and make the connect object editable. And then I will move the points to match the exact shape. Okay, now I will turn on the visibility of that object, and I can get rid of that measure tool. Select the measure tool, then delete measure. So first thing, let's move that object here. Then I will go to right view, enable point snap, switch to points mode, and I will try to snap to these points. Okay, I made my snaps. Actually, I forgot here. Let's quickly make it. Okay, let's solo the object. I will need to move these points to match here. So we can do that by going to front view and enable snap right here. Same thing for these points too. Okay, now I will double click on these edges, then press Ctrl and extrude, then right click, loop cut here. Then I will need another loop cut inside, but I can't make, so the best thing we can do, make a loop selection, we select loop selection, select these edges, right click and select slide and press Ctrl, press Q. Pretty good, but I made a mistake. If you remember, when I made the cloner, I had two objects, but when I merged them with the connect object, they all became one object. Like if I double click here and move it, you can see that. And I have these duplicated polygons. To fix that, first I will double click on these polygons, right click, split, then I will hide them, then go to my first object and delete. Then I will put that object in a connect, then I will increase my tolerance to merge the points, duplicated points. Let's make it 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. So 0.4 is too much. Let's make it 25. 0.25 is too much. Yeah, it looks like the 0.2 is the number. Then I will make the connect object editable. Press C. So now our normals are not right. I will select them all and you will see that. To fix that, right click and align normals. Now we are good to go. Let's turn on the new objects. Right click, select extrude, turn on caps and extrude. Then I will delete these new polygons. To do that, go to top view, rectangle selection, select these polygons and just delete. So let's make them one object, Alt G. Perfect. Okay, now I need to duplicate that. I can use symmetry for that, but I need to change the center axis of that group. So enable axis, also enable snap and move it somewhere here. It doesn't have to be perfect. Turn off axis, then press Alt and select symmetry. So the new object is a little off. Change that, select symmetry and enable axis and move to center axis. Like that. Okay, now I need to make a inner extrude. So that object will fit here. To do that, first I will select these edges, select slide, press Ctrl and move. Then I will scale them on the z-axis to 0. And I need to do that for that side too. Select them, press Ctrl, slide, then scale. Then let's make a cut like that. Then I will select these inner polygons, press Ctrl and extrude slightly, then another extrude. Then I can delete them. And I will also solo the object. Turn off symmetry. And first thing, I will make a cut here. Then I will change the direction of the line and then delete that. edge. I can also slide these edges which make that corner sharper. So let's make the same thing here. Now I will need another supporting edge, so select them, select slide, press Ctrl. Perfect. Let's turn off the solo. I think you need to scale them a little. So select these polygons and move. Then select these ones. And I will scale this time like that. Let's also make that small detail. Select the cube, go to front view, and make a look at here. Then select these polygons, right click, extrude inner. Then I will move that polygon inside like that. Let's press Q. So it looks like I need a supporting cut right here. Also here. Let's quickly make the cable part. So I will need a cylinder right here, but if I add a cylinder, it's gonna be off. So to make that cylinder right here in the middle, I'll press the cylinder, press shift and make it a cylinder. It's gonna make a child. Then I will move that object out that group. Then I will scale. And let's make the height segments 1. Then press C. I will let these edge loops. Then select these polygons, right click, extrude inner. I will also change my modeling axis X to 0, then press Ctrl and move. Now I will let my loop cuts. Then I will right click, split, then go to the first cylinder and delete these polygons. Now I will press Ctrl and extrude these polygons. Then I will delete them. Also, let's make them one group. Alt G and add a subdivision surface.